Hello, everybody. This is Faheem Jackson, and this is episode 40 of In the Know, my daily short form podcast show, which is aimed at putting people in the know. A show where I cover a variety of topics using my experiences and viewpoints in life to put people in that know. You say, what is the know? It's the understanding that seems to be hard for people to grasp, which can make their lives a lot simpler. Today is the following intro speech into the topic of today. And an introduction speech is regarding how to put together a proper report in school. When you're in school, you have to put together all sorts of projects, and one of these projects will be class reports on a specific topic in class. You will have to come together and gather data that is useful to the course that goes to show you went out and conducted research. You're going to have to properly construct a report with sentence organization, data organization, which will be graphs and charts added to the report, and making sure you add any citations necessary. So let's take a look at the way to put together a proper report. How to put together a proper report for class. Let's start with the cover page. The cover page of the report should always have the title of the page, subject matter at hand. So if the report is about human evolution, then the front page should have a large font with the title. Next, at the lower right hand corner of the page should be the person's name, the professor, teacher's name, course name, and the date. This would be the basic page for the report. Next will come those table of contents. This is the page of the report which will you take into aspect any area of the report you want to see directly. It is set up with a name, table of contents at the top, then the name of what is on the page to the far left as possible. After that name that is to the far left as possible, under the table of contents name, you will have periods going all the way to the right side of the page corresponding to the name. You do this all the way down the page, or if it takes multiple pages to construct. There's a reason you take these periods and put them to the end, because to the other left side of the page, there will be page numbers. And when you're finished, all the page numbers to the far right should be aligned, going down the page corresponding to the name of what is on that page. So this is yet another very easy, straightforward aspect. Let me go back if I didn't make myself clear. You have the name table of contents at the top. Under that, to the far left side, you will have the name of whatever it is you're going to be talking about. And then you're going to put periods all the way to the far right side and then page number. And that is what you're going to do all the way down until that page or until the next page. This way, when you look at the left-hand side, you will see a name. You follow the periods and it will correspond to a page which you can find that information. Now let's look at something else. Let's look at title pages. These are very easy and contribute more to the structural areas of the project, meaning these are the title pages that will introduce you to the next subject matter within the report that will be talked about next. For example, let's go back to the human evolution example for the report. A title page would be Homo erectus. Another title page would be Homo sapien, which both are titles for what we are about to discuss in that portion of the report. Now let's look at the report itself. This is the more in-depth description of what you will be going over. This is all the written information regarding the subject. This consists of writing, of course, in your own words, the entirety of your findings. You will have quotations and written accounts of periodicals collected if necessary around the subject matter. You are to include statistical information that will aid in any numerical analysis that will better guide people through this factual journey. Make sure the report is constructed properly as well. Most long form and short form reports will be single space and written in paragraph form. The paragraph should be separated by looking to the far left hand side of the page, and then the indentation of the new paragraph will be 6 spaces into the page. Now, I said before there are quotes, and sometimes the quotes are long statements. That's when you must indent all the way into the middle of the page and write verbatim what was stated by the person. This should be highlighted and italicized to express further its significance. Make sure in the beginning you state who made this statement and that it's written. And above all, Make sure the verbiage is clear and concise so that your professor understands you have a strong hold of the subject matter. Now let's look at something else in a report. Graphs. These are the pages which will give you an imagery-driven and statistical view of the data which was found. Here you will put together bar graphs, pie graphs, line graphs, area graphs, and geographical graphing. These different graphs should be color-coded to bring more attention to the images. If everything is in the same color, there's no real significance placed on it, so it becomes quite uniform and the information in the report is anything but uniform. Let's look at footers. At the bottom of the pages should be page numbers, which can actually go at the top of the page as well. Also in the footer, there should be one-time information or sometimes confidential information, which would not be needed for this type of project a lot of times in class. Let's look at our sources. I recently created an episode for this topic. Here you have to make sure all the information you collected has a place to track the validity of the information. This will keep you from getting a failing grade because the professor or teacher understands you went and collected information the proper way and can also go back and be checked for facts if the teacher decides to do so. Now let's look at this end statement. Why we all have to learn how to construct a proper report. As a young child growing up, I didn't know how to put together a proper report. I actually didn't get really good until I got through high school. Once I got to college, I became better at putting reports together. And you as well, the more you work on making the projects better and better because your grade depends on it. So, thanks for listening to In the Know, and can't wait to bring the next episode where we talk about why school may be a place or may not sometimes be a place to find your talent.